Alright, so this is how you install a DMF retrofit light fixture. First thing you do is the very squeaky removal of the existing incandescent bulb. That's an easy enough thing for most people. Now, the thing that I never knew about these traditional can light fixtures is how easy it is also to remove the housing, the trim piece, the interior housing. It's simply pushing up on a spring that's hooked inside, and then another spring that's hooked up inside to the junction bracket or box. And this releases here. Keep in mind there's probably going to be a lot of debris and dust in there. It's good to have this done before you start putting in the retrofit piece or working with the retrofit piece, because you're going to have some cleaning to do. You want to get it in your hands because you don't want the fingerprints on the new housing that you're going to be putting in. So next we'll put this aside and move over to our prep area where we have the DMF trim piece for the 6-inch trim, and we have a integrator module, which is the actual light fixture itself, and then here is the Edison adapter. So let's just get these open real quick. So inside the box here is an instruction piece that's pretty thorough. Here's the lighting module. This is if you were not connecting to an Edison. So we put that away, we don't need that. We remove the trim, the 6-inch trim from the box here. That's what it looks like. And like I said, if you have smudged fingers from the dusty old piece there, you're going to want to be careful not to get that on the nice clean white trim here. These are the torsion springs that are going to be used to secure it into the junction box. What I like to do is flex those a little bit because it'll make it easier to find them into their groove when they're in the ceiling. They're a little tight to begin with, so you can see they're now in a bit more of a V shape. And the other thing I found was useful, we've got a green ground wire that's going to need to be secured to the inside of the junction box housing to some metal. And I found that if you extend that out a little bit, it's easier to get wrapped around. So I just took a little bit more of that green sleeve off of there. So now I'll do the little difficult juggling act to bring all 3 pieces up for video purposes. I usually wouldn't do this, but it's be more straightforward this way. So we'll walk over back to the opening in the ceiling, and first step is to take the Edison adapter and screw that in where the bulb used to go. And then the next step is securing the green ground wire to the junction housing. You wrap it around there. Make sure it's not going to come loose. This particular junction does not have a separate little tab for it, so I have to secure it to one of the torsion tabs there for the torsion springs. I don't think that's what they're called, but that's what I'm calling them. Now we're connecting the wires. A little simple click there. And this part's just a little tricky because you have to find the right spot for the trim to go into the fixture, but I found it right away that time. But trial and error on my part. Done about 20 of these now. Now, my green wire came loose, of course. Had to happen when I'm doing a video. Now there's these little tabs inside the junction, 2 on each side. I didn't know those existed until the first one of these I tried. Now, that's the key to getting these torsion springs, which you squeeze together to hold. So you slide those in and they kind of grab there on the end, the bent ends. Takes a little bit of practice. And then once those are in, of course, when you're doing a video, it doesn't work the way you want it to work. So now, trying again. They're together. Slides up, and that's all it takes right there. And it's secure, clean around the edge. This textured sealing is not the best because it leaves a little bit of a groove. So something I would have wished I've done before would have been sanding that edge to make it nice and clean. But on a non-textured sealing, it would be perfect. So that is how you install a DMF retrofit light fixture.